There is a lot of discussion these days over Lean and Six Sigma. What does that all mean? And especially, what does it mean in the legal world? Hi, I'm Stephen Levy, and I wrote the book on legal project management. The book is called Legal Project Management: Control Costs, Meet Schedules, Manage Risks, and Maintain Sanity. Now, there's a lot of obfuscation around Six Sigma, a lot of terminology, a lot of math. There's belts, black belts, and green belts, and master black belts, and Pareto principles, and fishbone diagrams, and I can go on for half an hour, but the fact is you really don't need to know all that to gain many of the benefits from Six Sigma. A couple of principles that do matter. One is the 80-20 rule, which in fact has a fancy name in Six Sigma that I'm not going to talk about. 80-20 rule is really clear when you express it that way. 80% of the value on many processes is obtained in the first 20% of the work. Now, there are many places where you need to go all the way for your client, where you need to get as close to perfection as you possibly can, but in an era of limited budgets, not every single aspect of every single matter can be or needs to be pursued all the way to the ground. You need to identify those areas, apply the 80-20 rule. That's part one of Lean Six Sigma thinking. Part two is that for something to be important, a process, anything you do, it has to meet two criteria. It has to change the work, change the output, and it has to be visible to the client or to the customer. Is this process that you're contemplating, is it actually changing the work, and is it doing so in a way that is visible to the client or to the customer? Now, that doesn't mean to the next person in the value chain. That means to the client. That's straightforward. Or the customer is the law firm itself, not your manager, not the administrative person down the hall, not that lawyer in the other office, but to the firm itself. And if it doesn't change the work, and if it isn't visible to the client or the customer, why are you doing it? That's part two of Lean Six Sigma. Again, very straightforward. The whole point to all of this is get it right the first time. Look at the process, what needs to be done, how much of it needs to be done, does it need to be done at all, and if so, how do we do it, and how do we do it right? How do we apply basic project management principles so that we can deliver it with controlled costs, on time, without undue risk, and go home at night and sleep? Hi, I'm Stephen Levy, and thank you so much for listening.